In a quiet corner of the city, inside a workshop filled with the scent of cedar and old paper, Elias sits alone. He is an architect by trade, but tonight his blueprints feel empty. The clock on the wall ticks with a heavy resonance that seems to mock his progress. He has spent years building structures for others, while his own foundation remains unformed. For Elias, this isn't just another late night at the office. It is the beginning of a reckoning he can no longer avoid. He looks at his reflection in the dark window and sees a man who has lost his way. The silence in the room is deafening, inviting him to finally listen to his own heart. His hands, calloused from years of drafting, rest upon a massive model of a skyscraper that should have been his greatest achievement. Yet, looking at it now, he feels nothing but a profound sense of exhaustion. The sharp edges of the miniature building represent the rigid life he has constructed for himself. He wonders how many more decades he can sustain this hollow momentum. The light from the desk lamp casts long, dramatic shadows across the floor. He realizes that he has been so focused on the how of his work that he completely forgot the why. Every detail of the model seems like a cage he built for his own spirit. He is standing at the edge of a realization that will change everything. The conflict within him finally boils over as he stares at a calendar marked for the next 3 decades. Each square looks like a repetitive loop of the same uninspired tasks. He feels the weight of 30 years pressing down on his shoulders like a mountain of lead. It is a terrifying realization that time is his most precious resource, and he has been spending it poorly. He sees the gray hairs in his reflection and feels the urgency of a man running out of breath. This is the trigger, the moment where the pain of staying the same outweighs the fear of change. He cannot spend another hour in this state of stagnation. His eyes narrow with a sudden, sharp determination that cuts through the fatigue. In a sudden burst of energy, Elias clears his desk, sweeping away the blueprints that no longer serve his soul. He doesn't need to mate a stranger or wonder what others think anymore. He only needs to meet himself. The sound of papers hitting the floor is like a liberation, a physical shedding of his old skin. He is stripping everything back to the basics to find the core of his existence. The desk is now a blank canvas, just like the life he is about to redesign. There is no more room for clutter or distractions in this sacred space. He takes a deep breath, the air in the workshop suddenly feeling lighter and more oxygenated. The clutter is gone, leaving only the essential truth of his mission. From the back of a small velvet-lined drawer, he pulls out an old brass compass that once belonged to his father. It is a relic of a time when direction mattered more than speed. As he holds the cool metal in his palm, the climax of his internal struggle reaches its peak. The needle spins wildly for a moment before settling on north, pointing toward a future he hasn't yet dared to imagine. This is his anchor, his reminder that he is the navigator of his own journey. He realizes that the next 3 hours will determine the next 30 years of his life. The compass reflects the warm light of the lamp, glowing like a small sun in his hand. He closes his eyes for a second, honoring the past before he steps into the future. He grabs a fresh sheet of heavy vellum and a charcoal pencil, but he doesn't draw a building. Instead, he draws a timeline, marking out the values that will define his legacy. He writes down words like impact, connection, and freedom with a conviction he hasn't felt in decades. His movements are fluid and certain, no longer hesitant or weighed down by doubt. He is mapping out the person he wants to become, not just the things he wants to do. Each stroke of the charcoal is a commitment to a life of meaning and intentionality. The workshop becomes a laboratory of the soul, where a new man is being engineered. He is finally building something that will last longer than any stone or steel. As the 3 hours pass, the blue light of dawn begins to seep through the workshop windows, mixing with the warm glow of the lamp. The transformation is nearly complete, and the room feels charged with a new kind of energy. Elias has finished his blueprint for the next 30 years, and it is a masterpiece of personal vision. He is no longer the tired man who walked into this room last night. The morning light catches the dust motes, making them look like floating embers of inspiration. He feels a sense of clarity that is almost electric, vibrating through his entire body. The transition from night to day mirrors the transition in his own spirit. He has successfully redesigned his internal world from the ground up. He looks down at his new plan, and a genuine, peaceful smile spreads across his face. The resolution of his journey is written in the clear lines of the paper before him. He knows exactly where he is going and why he is going there. The fear that once paralyzed him has been replaced by a quiet, unshakable confidence. He stands up, his posture straight and his heart light, ready to face the world. The architectural models around him no longer look like cages, but like possibilities. He has reclaimed his time and his purpose in a way that feels permanent and profound. This is the first day of the rest of his life, and he is fully present for it. The moral of Elias's story is simple, yet profound. The next 30 years of your life are not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. It only takes 3 hours of deep, honest reflection to change the entire trajectory of your future. Do not wait for a crisis to start designing the life you are meant to live. You are the architect, the navigator, and the builder of your own destiny. Every moment you spend in intentional planning is an investment that pays dividends for decades. Elias leaves his workshop now, not just as an architect of buildings, but as the architect of a meaningful life. The path ahead is clear, and the journey has only just begun. Your blueprint is waiting for you to draw the first line. Thank you for joining Elias on this transformative journey tonight. If this story sparked a light within you, please subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into the human spirit. Like this video to help others find their blueprint, and comment below with one goal you have for your next 30 years. Your interaction helps us continue to tell stories that matter. Remember, the next 30 years start today, and they start with you. We will see you in the next video, where we continue to explore the power of the human mind and heart. Take those 3 hours for yourself. You deserve the life you dream of.